Hello and welcome everyone, I'm C.S.Gilmore and this is Night Signal. I don't actually remember quite when I picked this one up, but it looks like a creepy little thing about, well, weird stuff going on with television late at night. Whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become a reality. Earl Nightingale. My understanding is this uses like claymation or something like that. Or at least a lot of play sculpted things. Should be interesting to see how it plays out. I don't think it's very long, but I think it's like $10 normally in the Steam store. I don't know for sure like what it would end up being totally, like if it's going to be totally worth it. Well, let's find out. Very strange. I think my clock is broken. Oh, hold on. I always forget to silence my phone before I start these things. Silence phone no more. There we go. He's quiet. Okay. Interesting. I can look out. It's very bright. Very, very bright out there. Also, apologies if my voice is a little crackly. Still having a bit of laryngitis issues. Alright, let's read this. Congratulations on your new Hinaker television. With your install package, you should receive 1 Hinaker remote dial, 1 Hinaker television, 1 Hinaker antenna set. Your remote dial will allow you to switch stations from anywhere. Try it on for size by clicking the dial backward or forward. Batteries included. If your picture is fuzzy, try adjusting the antenna to get a better signal. Warning: antenna do not operate correctly at night. Please refrain from using after sundown. Enjoy your new television. Hinaker Corporation. Left click, right click, change channel. Alright, right click to go down, left click to go up. Looks like I don't have a very good setup here yet. Let's try adjust. Alright, let's try that one. There we go.
America's favorite trivia show. I'm your host, Humphrey Winters. I'm here with today's contestant, Mark, a school teacher from the town of West Acre. Let's get into it. Contestant, your next question is, who first discovered the technological capabilities of lunar dust in 1960? Howard Hinaker? Correct!
Lunar dust?
Now watch out, this next one is a real brain teaser. Which actress is best known for her starring role as Ruby in the award-winning sitcom Ball and Chain? Alice Redford? I'm sorry, Mark, that is incorrect. The correct answer is Annie Holloway. You're down but not out, Mark. Stay tuned, folks, after these messages for more of the same. What's that sound? That's the sound of wisdom. Wisdom you can only get here. You're watching Channel 1 News. Welcome, folks. I'm Benson Brown, and this is Channel 1 News. Today's big story is about the latest innovation in technology, the brand new Hinaker television set. You have no doubt heard about these new devices, as they have skyrocketed off store shelves and into the homes of Americans everywhere. Why is an ordinary television so popular? Well, convenience is key, it seems, as this set comes with a state-of-the-art remote dial that lets you access your channel dial from anywhere in your home. Between the remote dial and that crystal clear picture, it's no wonder that this is a must-own item for every household. Just make sure to turn it off after midnight, as the manufacturer does warn there are still some kinks to work out when the networks stop broadcasting each night.
Interesting.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Gosh, I need to get to work on time, but my food is cold.
I need to eat in the next 30 seconds or else my boss will have my head. Lucky for you, there's the Zippy microwave. Micro what? I don't have time for this. I'm going to be late for work and I'm also hungry. The Zippy microwave can heat up anything in just 30 seconds. Watch.
This is actually going to go for 30 seconds. I wonder if this is actually going to go for 30 seconds.
Wow,
I think that might have been
was
30
quick.
seconds.
I gotta get me one. Never miss a moment with the Zippy microwave. And now, back to our scheduled program. What's that sound? That's the sound of wisdom. And now back to ball and chain. Roby, where'd you put my car keys?
I put them in the kitchen, my darling.
Roby, did you clean the kitchen?
I did, my darling.
Roby, my keys are in the garbage disposal.
Oops. Sorry, my darling.
Roby, my hands are stuck in the garbage disposal.
Oh, no. I'll call a plumber.
Okay. Guessing that doesn't end well. Oh, it's nighttime now. Wow, when did it get dark? Time flies.
Concludes our broadcast day.
(1963) edition, Hinniker TV Guide. Watch the signal. Alright. So that's the antenna right there. So one down, straight up, up, up. Okay, we can do this. Let me just take a picture of this just in case. I can't come back to this, but want to reference that. So I'm guessing I need to have my antenna at a specific part, and then a specific setting, and then change it to the next one once that part ends. So here we go. Oh, okay, I can just open it. Sick, that helps. So, adjust. Alright, then close up. Oh, wait. Hold release spacebar surge. Watcher's Eye, a night dedication to eyes everywhere. Its visage brings a jolt of pep and a heart of mind to every household. Its surging energy is yours to wield. Look upon Watcher's Eye, and anything is a possibility. Be welcome, Watcher. Behold. Alrighty. And I heard something. Wait, why is it bright out?
And now back to Only Father Knows. Son, let me tell you what it means to truly be.
Welcome, fellow Watcher. Your eye has been opened. Rejoice. The more you watch, the better you'll see. Seek more signals tonight, and let the guide teach you its blessings.
Being a man, son,
Okay,
means
so
you gotta put on real
got
big
it.
shoes. Not clown shoes, though. Not like clown shoes. Clowns aren't real men.
Okay, Dad.
Son, listen to me. Listen to me closely. When you're a man, the President of the United States will come to your house and shake your hand to congratulate you on your manhood. That's how you'll know you made it.
Okay.
Son, I must confess something to you. The President has never shaken my hand. I'm a fraud, son.
Okay.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Gosh, it sure is tiring having to stand up and turn the dial anytime I want to change the channel. If only there was some kind of remote dial I could use to change the channel from anywhere, anytime.
You're in luck.
Someone's
The
dog
new
barking.
1963 Hinniker television set has that exact thing that you want. Our patented remote dial lets you control what you watch, anywhere, anytime. Just one flick of the wrist.
Probably should have looked through that last night and seen if anything came up.
Powerful adjustable antennas. That picture quality has never been better.
Oh boy, I'm on my way to get one now. See ya.
Step into the future with the new 1963 Hinniker television set and remote dial. Available now. Warning, do not operate after midnight. And now
Back to the
our
show.
scheduled program. And now back to only...
The fog
Don't
space.
touch that dial. Don't adjust your television. And don't look behind you. You've stepped into the fog space. In
No.
this episode, we trace the steps of Mr. Patrick Pinkerton, a formerly faithless man who recently found a newfound faith in an unlikely place, tucked away in the pages of his television guide. Unlucky for him, this particular guide was packaged, postage, and shipped from the fog space. I can't come to the funeral, honey. The TV guide said it was too dangerous. I can't.
Oh, Patrick, can't you see that this guide is ruining your life? It's just a TV guide.
You don't understand. It can see into the future, honey. I've shown you. Every show comes on at exactly the time it says.
It's a TV guide, Patrick. They schedule these things in advance. Who could that be at the door?
I'm betting that's going to be coming after me in real life. In this setting?
Now, a word from our sponsor.
Gosh, my mouth feels so dry and flavorless. Where can a fella get a good puff when he needs one?
Why settle for less when kazoo smokes go down smooth and soft and creamy and delightful for your mouth? Kazoo smokes have what you need. Take a rest and light one up for tea, or maybe during lunch hours. Just don't let your boss catch you, or he'll ask you to share.
When you need a puff, where do you turn?
Alright, in dark again.
Let it to burn.
Also, I love that the Fog Zone, Twilight Zone spin-off. Okay, I guess this is how it just ends this session. Oh good, hands. Alright, I have health. Great. That's not good. Alright, let's try a different one here. Why are there notes on the wall? Beagle world of food the bottle. Do not the fog stay feeble or dibber the gripper watch movers. Because that's all the same. Got it. Uh-oh. Got shrunk. Alright, that unshrunk me. That one definitely shrinks. Okay. Interesting. Alright, I should probably undo that before something really happens.
What are you looking at? Here, there, nowhere in particular? Or all of the above is the likely answer. For you've just entered the fog
Oh,
space.
someone just walked away.
Today's episode, we will learn
It's normal to be scared, Watcher, but they harm us not to punish, but to teach. Study them, see them, you are well on
major
the way.
American technology company. Hank has been hiding a secret, one he is prepared to take to his grave. But unknown to him, it's this very secret that will lead him to the fog space.
Not the fog space. I have a suspicion we're going to end up in the fog space.
Well, that's why I'm such a great CEO. Now, back to business. No, nothing. We had a deal.
It is time for you to return to faith and stop dinner. We gave you our secret. Now it is time to take what is rightfully ours.
No, I need more time. I just need more time. And now, a word from our
What's that?
sponsor.
Wait.
Gosh, I need to get to work on time, but my food is cold. I need to eat in
Is
the
that
next 30 seconds or else my boss will have
the
my
name of the
head.
guy who made the TV?
For you, there's the zippy
Hinaker.
microwave.
Humdinger.
And now
I don't know.
back to cave.
Micro.
And now back. And now our local weather report with Spencer Hansen.
So it looks like you can
Thank you,
pick a
Benson.
whole number of different
You
things
know,
to
we've
go
been
through.
having quite the tizzy of non-stop fog this past week, as thick as your mother's broth. Today is more of the same, with the fog getting even thicker. That's some broth, folks. Be sure to keep a sharp eye out on those roads today, or better yet, stay
Peel the
indoors if you
bone,
have
do not
nowhere to be.
fog.
You'll want to keep yourself bundled up too, because baby, it's cold out there. Looking to hit less than 5 degrees today. That's what we call hot chocolate weather where I'm from. Delicious. Back to you, Benson.
Thank you, Spencer. In other news, we've received word today that the West Acre Chili Contest is still going ahead as scheduled, despite the harsh weather and recent disappearance of last year's contest winner, Martha Fairbanks. This should be great news for you chili fans out there. Sources say the West Acre Chili Contest will be held just outside the West Acre Public Library as usual this Saturday. And I, for one, can't wait to try what those West Acre moms can cook up this year. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Gosh, my mouth feels so dry and flavorless. Where can a fella get a good puff when he needs one?
Why settle for less when Kazoo family?
Is that a Flintstones reference?
Where'd you put my cave keys?
I put them in the cave kitchen, cave husband.
Cave wife! Did you clean the cave kitchen?
I did, cave husband.
Cave wife! My cave keys are in the cave garbage disposal.
Oh no, I'll call the cave plumber.
Cave wife! The cave plumber is my cave boss. If he sees me like this, I'm gonna be fired.
Oh no! Wait, I know what to do.
Okay.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Yeah, so it's a moon-related power system. And that seems to be, I think, why this is not supposed to be used at midnight, after midnight or whatever, after dark, because
This concludes.
it's
our
powered by it in
broadcast
some
day.
way. Oh, not you again. Go away. Ow. Okay, I think that's aging my apartment. Again? Really? Alright, I'm not sure what's up with that. Alright, should be daytime now. Once again, that weird person. Your eyes are adjusting, you see as you are meant to see. Do not lose faith, Watcher. Cool, can you quit with the hands trying to kill me, though?
I'm Benson Brown, and this is Channel 1 News. Today's breaking story is a tragic one, I'm afraid. The Westacre Chili Contest has been canceled. We received the news this morning as the Westacre Mom Council informed us that due to another unfortunate disappearance, there would no longer be enough qualified chili tasters to judge the entries. The Westacre Mom Council is currently on the lookout for potential replacements with the right qualifications, but such talents are hard to come by on such short notice. A sad day for chili fans everywhere. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Alright, seems like it's getting harder and harder to get a signal. Interesting. Okay. Shame I couldn't watch the fog space effectively. But oh well. We're getting plenty of foggy weirdness already. Not sure what this one's about or where it's going. Doesn't seem to be bringing anything for me to deal with. Oh? Did that just fix my... Is that a brain thing? I think that just fixed my health. New guide is added to the humdrum, the bug of one and only. Humdrum wants to make the bad in your body good again. Let your fleshy fruit blossom bloom with the hum. Space your thoughts and have no quarrel with humdrum. Kazuzu. What's that ear-piercing sound? It must be Kazuzu time. This form gives you way to the best in audible experience soundscapes for your unborn offspring to dance the night away. Okay. Ticklish entertainment guaranteed to make you wiggle. The feelers send an invitation for you to take part in the shenanigan. Feel a tingle and a tickle. It may be a fantabulous fingerful feeler at your feet. Laughing antics and chortle experiences are provided for the whole family unit. Join Beazle every night and share in the belly fun. If you can't make time for Beazle, Beazle will surely make time for you. Watcher's Eye. Alright, we're still missing some. Blabber. Fun, relatable conversation to have come out of a mouth. Listen with sincerity, talking about anything, just as a close personal companion would in a shop for water beans. Take your time for blabber. Shouting one. Silent shouts make the day slide. Feel strong, raw anxiety inside. Let it out, let it ride. You become what you are afraid. Scream as loud as you can, but noise do not. It's almost time, but not yet. Shout now or shout never. Goo Goo. Goo Goo helps you remember the small time you are nothing. You are but pathetic flesh mass. You are small, you are melt. Desirables out of reach. Melting, you are slime. Goo Goo brings you back to the simpler time. Okay. I see. Sweats. Sweets. Make time for thought with sweets. Thought of the unknowable. Make unheard wishes to those inside fog. Your wish come true. Sweets knows it won't. But sweets can't be stopped. Sweets must wish. Keep wishing. Keep wishing. Flathead. Flathead makes your top drop. Tops need not be. Top is flat. Oh! You died. I just realized what I was doing. It was bringing the ceiling down. Alright, do I have to start from the very beginning? Some signals can affect the environment. I've noticed. Please don't make me start from the very beginning. Oh. Alright, I guess I don't have to quite start from the beginning. I still get... This is the beginning of this night? I'm not sure. I don't have the full setup here. Okay, so this is from the Gabble thing or whatever it is. Yep, that brings the ceiling down. Okay. Makes me smaller. Ow, why is he? There we go. Okay. Oh, I don't think my ceiling went back up. That's not good. That could be a problem. Interesting. There's that guy again. The days become shorter as the nights grow longer. The glorious fog is coming to take the faithful. Seek more signals, grow your knowledge. The everlasting night is nearly upon us. Oh good, my ceiling seems to have finally gone back up. That sounds like some of the stuff we had been hearing. Peel's bone, yeah. Okay, nothing new there. Okay, we're missing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're missing 6. Yep, the days do in fact get shorter. Great. Well, that makes things easier. Wait. Ah, great. Flying ones. Also, what's up with the hands? Seem to do a lot with hands. Skelly Welly, pleases your bones, feel your bones, listen to them. They desire the soil, and Skelly Welly aims to please. Skelly Welly gives the soil of small watchers that wish for their bones. Alright. Quackers. Quacker, quack, quack. It's quackers full of bread, flutter, and swims so swell. Swollen is so wet. Gristle and crunch with the tune of quack, while family is entertained by quack antics. The night orb. Tell it like it is. That's the motivation of the sacred orb. Witness the light of forbidden knowledge. Feel the vibration of your skull. Know it is truth in your sensations. Keep secrets deep inside your brain. Oh, wow. There's a... That's the problem. Could you please not? Oh, I have to watch him, otherwise he'll be upset with me. I got it. Now that's the night orb or whatever. Alright, gotta deal with these. Watcher, night is upon us. The time is nigh, Watcher's night is upon us. Tonight the faithful will be saved. Find the remaining gaps in your knowledge. Seek signal wisdom in its entirety, and you too may experience the eternal bliss of the fog. Oh, my table got broken. When did that happen? Alright. How many am I missing? Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are missing quite a few. Oops, pursue. There we go. Okay, that just seems to go around making light. Very strange setup. I like it, it's just very strange. And I would like if it gave me a second to be able to read things. Can't see, it's all blurry. Ouch. Skeleton thing. Gone. And all you hands, too. Alright, I don't know what that's about. It looks like an eye, sort of, but not. True gaze. Gaze gives you sight to the watching. Let gaze see inside. Gaze gives you the eyes the strength to fulfill. Be fulfilled and seek the new true. Feel proximity to the fog and rejoice. Come on, I don't have that much health left. Please die. Oh, I died. Alright, well, at least it'll only restart me. This night shall never end. Find all the signals, Watcher. This night shall never end. Okay, so I just have to spin through everything, basically, is what it's telling me. I can do that. Just 4 channels on each signal position. Okay, we'll start with this one. And this one. That one. Can't actually see. Great, this is not working out. Okay, that did not go well just because I kind of screwed up. How do I make this work? Guess I have to watch the end of this.
This concludes.
Alright, cleared that. And accidentally summoned him twice. That's not great. Ah, bother. I cannot see well enough to hit anything. Okay, this is actually getting a little frustrating now. How do I make this work? I have to find the last ones. That's what it's telling me. Maybe the problem is I shouldn't rush. If it's a never-ending night, then I should be able to get it just by going one step at a time. And then I just have to make sure I know where to swap it back to get a non-lethal one. Okay, now if I can swap it back to this. Get that. Heal up. Blast these. Okay. Which ones have I done and not done? Bother. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna call it good. I can't seem to quite beat this thing. This is weirdly tricky, and I'm not actually sure what happens if you do beat it. But, this is proving really annoying. I know there's one healer, and then there's a bunch of weird stuff that is causing me all sorts of trouble. Problem is there isn't just a don't mess with it signal there at all. I have to, I don't know, I have to figure this out.
This concludes our broadcast day.
One more try. Okay. Leave it on this guy for now. Ow, get off me. Okay, healed up. Then the final signal has now appeared. There we go. That one. Final signal. Alright, a home. House. So that was why that was that one fuzzy one that didn't do anything. Something's gonna come in, I bet. Or knock at my door. Yep. Okay. Aha. Created by Nick Lives. Or Nick Lives? Music and sound by David Johnson. Voice acting by Courtney King Lives, David Johnson, Nick Lives. Attribution news theme by Kevin McLeod is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution blah blah. Attribution fog footage by VecTV.com. Night Signal. Okay. That's interesting. Funky, weird game. I think that's the end of it. I like the design. The only issue I have is that I couldn't go through the whole book and read about every little thing because some of the things kept moving along really quickly, so I had to keep, in order to keep alive, I had to kind of keep activating things or moving along and changing channels. I couldn't stop and read. Nick Lives, the creator of Night Signal. If you're reading this, it means you played the whole game through to the end. I appreciate your time and eyeballs. This is a peek into the game's art and process. Regardless of what you thought of it, Night Signal is the result of a whole lot of love and messy labor. Enjoy this look into the loving mess. One of my all-time favorite horror experiences comes from a 1995 point-and-click adventure game by Inkscape called The Dark Eye. The game used stop-motion puppets to represent all its human characters, and it gave the whole game this creepy mood where you were never quite comfortable even in safe places. Thanks to their uncanny designs, it was an utterly unique experience, and I've wanted to create something even vaguely similar to it for some time. I also grew up on The Twilight Zone. Definitely saw that influence, which I also found to have this consistent feeling of uncanniness and was just bursting with creativity in every episode. The Twilight Zone is synonymous with the concept of horror television to me. So when the idea for a horror game about watching television came up, it was the first thing I thought of when it came to visual influences. Clay Guy. I tend to tackle game development aesthetics first, so naturally the first thing I did after setting up a basic room with the television set in it was to create this little clay head. I don't have a green screen, so you'll see I often just take pictures in front of my computer screen with a green image displayed on it to help me crop the clay figures out more easily. Interesting. I slapped this head onto some public domain footage of a man talking and immediately loved the resulting uncanny contrast it created. Who was this dude? No clue. I could figure that out later. Grinning Guy. At this point in development, the game design document I had created said little more than you watch TV and spooky things come on at night. So I next molded this creepy grinning head to start messing around with what I thought would be creepy to see on the TV after nightfall. The first signal was created by taking my photos of this grinning dude and throwing some public domain footage of a forest fire over him to kind of create this otherworldly atmosphere for him to reside in. Okay, those weird faces. I continued churning out TV Guy and Kazuzu. I continued to churning out models for creepy content and for the daytime television segments, just modeling whatever seemed like it would make for a neat visual, or in the case of the TV Guy, what would be a good baseline for how the average Joe looks in this world. TV Guy and the original clay head would go on to be the template for every character in the daytime television segments. After these 2 models were made, I started going through a period of hand nerve pains, and so for a while, I tried to craft a story that would work well with what little I had already modeled. Story concept sketches. Now that the baseline mood and style was figured out, I played for a long time with what exactly the story would be, attempting, when possible, to base it around the existing cast of clay figures I had already made. Out of these concepts and stories, though most were scrapped, came the television's creator, Mr. Hineker, a fog space, where the creators in the television were broadcasting from, and a cult of people who worship the things that broadcast at night. Mechanic sketches. Night Signal was being developed between other projects, so for a while at this stage the game continued developing purely on paper. More brainstorming on random scraps of paper and notebooks would lead to the introduction of combat via a remote that can blast electrical charges and signals affecting the game world. 3D models. It's worth knowing that one of my weaknesses as a game developer is a lack of 3D modeling experience. I'm kind of terrible at it, but I wanted some of the signals to come after you, so I made a few in a free web-based modeling program. Hey, that's more than I've ever created with that sort of thing. Luckily, the aesthetic of lumpy little clay figures establishes a pretty flexible baseline for how accurate a model has to look. Rigging was unnecessary for floating heads and pre-rigged skeleton models with their heads swapped out, and UV mapping unnecessary given the clay models themselves are already a uniform color and texture. Signal mockups. After all the brainstorming and story experiments were through, I began to miss the actual process of making clay models and decided, screw it, the story should allow for as many of these fun weird things as possible. The design shifted to being about discovering all the signals over the course of many nights instead of revolving around just a few. To that end, I crafted a demo of the concept and sketched up a bunch of ideas for different signals with different effects. These sketches were thrown together into their own videos so I'd have all the signals in the game for testing purposes while the real signals would be crafted over time. Okay. Goo Goo and Flathead. When modeling resumed, I wound up buying a new type of air drying clay. It would be softer and not strain my hands as much as the previous oil-based clay did. The catch is, there's now a time limit on how long I can spend sculpting since the air drying process acts quickly. All afternoon I would wind up sculpting and taking photos of as many signal figures as I can, using the concept sketches as a guide. Most of these are larger than previous sculpts, so I opt out of trying to position them in front of my monitor itself or the blank black background of my desk. To save on clay, most of the figures are destroyed and remodeled as soon as they are photographed. Make sense? Skelly and Chowder. The top-down lighting scheme of an overhead office light fixture doesn't look great for all figures, so sometimes I just opt out of the chroma key friendly photograph situation entirely and just lifted them around my office until the lighting or shadows looked better. Okay. Gazer and Sweets. At some point, I thought that getting the clay wet would help it last longer before drying, and while that was sort of true, it also made them sticky and regularly caked my hands in a mass of wet clay residue. Made for some good and weird-looking photos, though. Humdrum and a Plate of Eyes. At one point in the mad dash sculpting night, I got the idea in my head that it might be cool to film my face while it had fox clay eyes over my own eyes, which could then be edited in post to blend it better and get a real uncanny valley thing going. Anyway, I chickened out of placing these slabs of clay over my eyes because I worried about getting clay residue on my eyes. The bright side is I now have a weird photo of these clay things on a plate in my phone. Okay. Blabber and Cereal. Huh. Blabber was meant to be a weird little guy who talks really fast, so I realized using clay might not be the best here since I don't have the proper setup to do frame-by-frame animation with a little clay dude, so I grabbed a paper towel, got it damp, drew two little eyes on it, and had David film me while I made him talk. Later on, when it came to depict a cereal bowl of sugar-munched cereal, I thought it would be funny to take a photo of a bowl full of ice and rice salt, to maybe give the impression of enlarged sugar crystals. I don't know if it looks accurate, It sure looks weird. Daytime channels. The daytime television stations were my way of communicating the culture, events, and history of the outside world in Night Signal. In keeping with the spirit of the Dark Eye, I still wanted them to be a little uncanny. To that end, I wound up using a mix of public domain photos, Photoshop touch-ups, and my generic clay face guys to create most of the characteristics that would show up in the daytime segments. Most segments are based on popular American television of the early 1960s and late 1950s, such as I Love Lucy, Jeopardy, Father Knows Best, etc. Advertisements. Like the daytime segments, advertisements were another story tool for showcasing the technology of the game's world and also just an outlet for the more satirical elements of the story. The zippy microwave and sweet dream radio were from scratch digital paintings, unlike a lot of the photo manipulation happening for other daytime segments. Intro sequence. After the game's structure was more or less solidified, adding things like an intro and a proper ending cutscene came up. An intro would be useful for establishing the setting of the game and the harsh, foggy state of the outside world. To that end, I ran over to a craft store and obtained these cheap little wood houses that looked like they matched the room layout in the game, and filmed them on my couch. Ending sequence. In the tradition of 90s games, a live-action cutscene seemed like it would make for a fitting ending for the game. I wrote the shooting script on my phone's note app. We ran to a local Spirit Halloween to obtain a cheap robe costume and shot the whole thing that day. David, seen here being a good sport while I took footage of him in a robe. This time, using this relatively blank apartment hallway and a cloth blanket on the floor as the makeshift green screen option. Ugh. Using different perspectives of David, I was able to assemble the cult ritual sequence in my editing software. It was real convenient. The story involved so much obscuring fog as part of the narrative. Contrary to other influences, when it came to making the primary marketing art for Night Signal, I wound up painting what I thought would make for a striking Goosebumps-style cover for the game. The angle, lighting, and colors are all very much inspired by the works of Tim Jacobus. Thanks for reading this far. Night Signal was, above all else, incredibly visceral fun to make, and I hope you would feel that energy in the end result with all its messy handprints. Well, that was a short, interesting game. Definitely looks like it was well put together considering it seems to have been done with a fairly cheap budget. All in all, creative. I like the concept. I like the ideas. Love the idea of Night Signal and, the Twilight Zone. Only other thing that really comes to mind for me here that could have fit would be like Kolchak the Night Stalker. I don't know if any of you know what that is. They did a redo at one point in time, which was a lot more modern, but the original, like the old Kolchak the Night Stalker, oh man, that was some good stuff. Basically, reporter guy who gets involved in all this supernatural, weird, and Twilight Zone like stuff. Highly recommend looking it up if you like that kind of weird, old school vibe of horror with lots of practical effects because it was super well done and very much fits this sort of theme. So if you like this type of design, like you probably will get some similar stuff from that. But it's, live action, well done stuff. Anyway, that's the Night Signal for you. Comments below. What did you guys think? Like I said, my only real complaint was I couldn't look at the signal, like the book's info for the last few things because it felt like I had to just keep rushing in order to not die and to keep it really flowing and working. And it took a few tries there. It was kind of frustrating trying to bounce through them correctly in a way I could handle. But all in all, I liked it. So thanks everyone so much for watching. I really liked how all those different signals affected things in different ways. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit like, hit subscribe to keep up with new releases if you're new here and haven't done so already. Good night, everyone. Bye. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Welcome to Night Signal. Kuva.